So we had a lovely lunch last week, didn't we? We rock up at this lunch with the wonderful you inventors, who's the Boston Fortnum base, has these spectacular lunches. And we get the nod, and it's like the Duchess of Cornwall is going to be guest of honour. And I turn up, I'm sitting opposite your mother. You're to my right. Chris Evans.
Sitting next to you.
Dame Judi Dench, there's Joanna Lumley's, Fry's there. Everybody's there, right?
Yeah.
The most extraordinary collection of people. But it was such a lovely lunch. And I always say to people about your mother that she's such a normal, nice person. And you are exactly the same.
We try to be normal. I mean, we're just a normal family, really.
What's a Parker Bowles Christmas like, and who does the cooking?
I usually do the cooking. Sadly, despite writing a book about traditional Christmas, we don't have turkey, we have beef. Turkeys are sort of...
Really?
Yeah, well, it's a slightly Victorian arriviste. It came in the sort of 19th century. Before that, we had beef, boar's head, you know, all that sort of stuff. It used to be Christmas used to be a big, raucous, pagan celebration. And then, of course, all that lovely Christianity came into it, very important, obviously. And it turned into a family thing. Charles Dickens and Coca-Cola, strangely, as well, had their bit in making Christmas the Christmas we know now.
Yeah, but turkeys aren't Christian.
Turkeys were obviously an American bird from the New World, but they were brought in, they were popularised by the Victorians. But, you know, I like beef. I think turkey... I'm not a huge turkey fan. Of course, there's a great recipe in that.
What do you make of... Because I'm sure Piers would like you to join him in his campaign about a vegan Christmas. I mean, if you had vegans coming for Christmas dinner, and, for instance, I'm a vegetarian, so I won't be...
Vegetarian, love vegetables.
Actually, I suppose I'm pescatarian, because I do eat fish, so I'm really kind of a hypocrite. Yeah. But if you had a vegan coming for Christmas lunch, would you say, no way, Jose, or would you make a nut roast?
I wouldn't make a nut roast, but I'm sure there are lots of lovely vegan things you can eat. I'm very careful with vegans. I've gone into trouble in the past. Piers is fearless. I'm not so fearless.
What trouble did you get into?
Oh, I made some stupid offhand comment. You know, really, actually...
You can't make jokes about vegans.
It was and it wasn't. It was.
How do you know when someone's a vegan? They'll soon tell you.
I would make something delicious. You know, everyone can eat what they want. I don't care if you're vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian or whatever. You know, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone wants to eat or what their beliefs are. Just don't force your stuff down other people's throats.
Unless you think you're saving animals, Piers.
Yeah, but they're not saving animals. We had this debate about the production of wheat, for example. You know, you've talked to wheat farmers, they'll tell you so many billions of insects get destroyed.
Yeah, but
and nobody seems to care about that.
I did see something in the newspapers yesterday about there was a protest in a supermarket and people were blocking the meat aisle of it. You know, as you say, each their own. But if a vegan came for Christmas lunch, fantastic.
I'm just looking up under V in your Fortnum and Mason Christmas
in there.
and other winter feast. Well, I've looked up V for a vegan recipe, and under vegetables, turkey broth with dumplings.
That's a fantastic...
That's my kind of vegetable.
There are vegan recipes, there are lots of vegetarian recipes. It's not just meat.
Is that because it's just broth and not actual lumps of turkey?
It's got vegetables in it, it's very light. And, you know, all that excess turkey you can get rid of, so it's about waste, getting rid of it.
Now, Tom,
in a good way.
Do you ever... You must, I guess... You must dine, I guess, with Prince Charles, right? And mother... Is he a foodie? Does he love his food?
But Prince Charles knows more about food and food issues than I could ever know. You know, he was banging the drum about sustainability. He was banging the drum about organic farming and all these things way before they became trendy and cool.
Organic biscuits?
Dutch organic biscuits. Oh, we can say these things, can't we?
People at home who just think you're all completely out of touch. You know, it's just... The fact of the matter is, there are too many people this Christmas facing a massive struggle.
And that's something, you know, we can sit and talk about lovely Christmas food, but when it comes down to it, you know...
Food banks on the rise.
Yeah, it's appalling. And you think, what can we all do to help this? You know, it's Christmas is, for all, very lucky and have a wonderful Christmas with family. But the idea that this country still has people starving there, food banks, is disgusting, I think. I don't know what to do about it. We can blame government, we can blame all sorts of things, but not for a moment do you realise how lucky you are. By pure accident of birth, I'm sitting here, you know, talking to you and having a delicious Christmas
it's just
lunch.
Something also just to be mindful of, isn't it?
Totally,
I know that some people do reverse advent calendars where every day of the month of December they put something in a box rather than taking something out of a box.
Well, I don't think you should stop celebrating, but you can certainly acknowledge that other people are less fortunate.
Right.
I mean, we all feel that. Let me ask you, Tom, known you a long time, you're a lovely guy. What is it like when you get thrown into the world's biggest goldfish bowl? For any of you, right? When you suddenly become part of the British royal family with all the good bits and the bad bits and everything else?
Well, not quite part of the royal family, to be honest. My mother
Well,
married into it. She's part
you're
of
kind
it.
of into that world, is what I mean.
We're the common children, you know. We're just on the side.
Do you know what? I don't think that's how we think of you. I
Yeah.
think we do think that you're part of an extended royal family. It's interesting that you don't.
I think they'd be appalled to think that was part of it. And that's with the greatest respect for the royal family. You know what? We're talking about people who don't have food at Christmas. We're talking about people who are going to food banks. I go back to by pure accident of birth, by pure luck. That's why I was born lucky. My parents have been, for all the rubbish in the newspapers, my mother's been an amazing mother, my father's been an amazing father. It's you know, it's luck. It's the luck of the draw and how lucky I am to do this. So I'm sitting here talking to you, stuffing my face, writing about food.
I know, aren't we all so lucky?
What advice do you have for someone like Meghan Markle, who's come into the royals, obviously from a completely different background?
Would I give advice about that? No, I think she should carry on what she's doing.
You know what? We think you're wonderful, and it is your birthday.
How do you know that?
We know everything.
Happy birthday!
And we know, unfortunately, you support the wrong part of North London.
Oh, gosh.
You are a Tottenham fan, and even though this kills me, I'm an Arsenal fan, as you know. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Graciously
We got a little. It's got the shirt on the back.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. And guess what? FA Cup. We got revenge on you.
Well, it's the Carabao Cup. It's on Wednesday night.
Oh, it's not FA Cup. It's a Carabao. Sorry.
And the winner will be in the semi-final. I'm actually I'm doing the ball draw afterwards.
Are you?
At the Emirates, so which could be either brilliant if Arsenal beat you lot, or horrific, where I will have to draw a Tottenham ball.
This is great. And Champions League as well. We can draw.
It is so good of you to come in on your birthday.
Where are you spending Christmas, Tom?
Christmas with my sister.
Yeah.
Down in the country.
Oh.
And not cooking.
And you had a lovely description of Piers and my relationship on air. You said it was the greatest platonic love affair in the world.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I don't like the word platonic. Before I let you go, there was a fascinating moment we discussed over lunch when it turned out I have the only piece of private art that your mother has ever allowed out of her clutches, and it's this. I found it. It's on my loo wall. I told your mother about this. It's a This is your mother's painting.
That's quite a good picture,
It's a very good picture. It's signed by your mother. And that's my private place in my house. And people always say that can't be the real... And it is. And your mother confirmed to me it's the only private piece of her art that's out there.
I forwarded the email, yeah.
Yeah. You did? I did,
yeah.
I did, because you were curious to see it. We'll send everyone our best.
And thank you so much for having me.
Lovely to see you. Fortnum and Mason, The Christmas and Other Winter Feasts. It's a glorious book. It's everything to do with Fortnum's is.
Yeah,
good to see you.
Thank you so much.
I hope Tottenham lose 8-0 on Wednesday.
And happy Christmas.
I love this.